Hello and welcome everyone. I Piyush Patel on behalf of Profit from It welcome everyone on this discussion of UTI Asset Management Company Limited IPO. So yeah, again new IPO. Friends, UTI EMC IPO is not a new one from this industry. We have already seen last year HDFC AMC IPO and that was the best company from this whole asset management group. You already saw Reliance, which is now Nippo, right? Asset management company that is also already listed. And now here is the third company from mutual fund basket, UTI Asset Management. So issue period of UTI Asset Management is from 29th September to 1 October. Face value of this IPO is 10 rupees. Market lot is 27. So your price band of 554 rupees is your high upper band. 554 multiplied by 27. कितना होता है? Your net investment is 14,958 rupees. So should we apply for this IPO or not? That should be question number one. Question number two would be, is this a good company for long-term investment? If you want the answer of this question number two, you need to also look on, if I invest this 15,000 rupees, how much would I earn in coming 5-10 years? Or maybe you are looking for just opening value. No problem. Let us discuss about this company, because if you want a long-term wealth creation from this company, we need to see how is this industry is going to grow or not. And number two thing, is this company a good one or not? So which industry they belong, what is their primary business, and they are one of the largest EMC of India. Now you know who is number one. Better to focus on number one. But yeah, UTI is also among one of the largest EMCs. Which industry they belong? Industry of mutual fund, right? So industry AUM have grown at a healthy pace over the last 10 years. CRISIL expect AUM to grow by around 18% CAGR, driving by improved overall economic growth, growing investor base, and growing investable household surplus. So CRISIL expects industry revenue to grow at a CAGR between 13 and 15%, and even net profit to grow around 15 to 16% over the same period of time, driven by higher AUM and a mix shift from fixed income to equity oriented products. What is the offer size? Friends, offer size is 3.9 crore equity shares. How much? 3.9 crore equity shares. Now multiply it by 554. Okay, you got the answer. What is the offer size? Right? Now this 3.9 crore equity shares is offered as an offer by sale, by selling shareholders. So who is the shareholder of UTI? Not a single party. There are several shareholders. Offer for sale will be by SBI, it will be by LIC, by BOB, by PNB, and by TRP. So these all are their selling stakeholders.
और कान में एक बात बताता हूँ, ये 2000 करोड़ इनके पास जाएगा कंपनी।
All these five stakeholders which are selling shareholders like SBI, LIC, BOB, and PNB, they were having around 18.24% stake in UTI. TRP was having 26% stake. Let us discuss their financial information just in a brief. This company's equity share capital is 130 crore. And on this 130 crore equity, as they are doing business since long time, today their net worth is around 2,900 crore. So that's good thing. They are able to do the revenue from operations of around 855 crore. So on the equity of 130 crore, their sales is 850 crore and their profit is 273 crore. Right? If you compare it with last 2 years, for example, 2 years back, their sales were around 1100 crore. Since last 2 years, their sales have decreased and their profits was around 360 crore. Today, profits is also decreased from 360 crore to 273 crore. So yeah, AMC is growing, but UTI have not grown during last 2 years, neither their sales nor their profits. Their EPS is 21.53 rupees. The first negative thing which we saw was decreasing sales, decreasing profit. Right? We will keep this in mind. We will keep it in mind that return on paid up equity was how much? On the equity of 130 crore, their profit is 273 crore. So they are able to generate 2 times profit than their equity. That's good thing. Their EPS is 21.53 and our offered price is 554. So we are offered at the P of around, I think, the 26 ka P and 554 divided by 21.53, 26. So now we can compare it. See, HDFC AMC is a better AMC. Number one, they are having better turnover, they are having high consistency, high consistent profit. And yet, if you compare P, then also HDFC AMC is at a better place. Now at average cost of acquisition of all the selling of shareholder like LIC, SBI, BOB, these all shareholders have acquired at around 100 rupees. Right? And today selling at 554, yeah, it's good thing. They got 5 times money, but yeah, they have given time also. Right? If we are investing, if I am investing for a long-term wealth creation, I should think in the same industry where else I am having opportunity. HDFC, UTI, Reliance, which one? Should I invest in UTI or HDFC? Majority of the people compare it with P or with price, right? But price or P is not the right type of comparison. What we need to see, sales, profit, their management. Let us check the financial information of both of these companies. Check the balance sheet of our UTI company, then what we come to know that, yeah, just we discussed that their equity, paid up equity is 127 crore and their reserve is around 2700 crore, right? So on the equity of 127 crore, they are able to have the reserve of 2708, that is around 2700 crore. Compare the financial information of HDFC, AMC and UTI, then what result, what will be the outcome? Let us check here. Here is the revenue of HDFC, AMC. They were doing sales, that is revenue from operations of around 1400 crore in 2015-16. Every year they have grown consistently, and last year they were able to do sales of around 2000 crore, right? There is not a single year where you will see fall in sales. Whereas when you compare the sales of UTI, you will find that in 2018 their sales was around 1162 crore, that is 1100 crore. 2019 it came down to 1080 crore, and last year they did sales of around 900 crore. So since last 2 years we have seen the consistent fall in the sales. Same thing if you compare the profits of both of these companies. HDFC AMC made the profit of around 478 crore in 2015-16, and since that time consistently they were able to rise their profit. From the profit of 480 crore of 15-16, last year they made profit of 1262 crore. So here you can see that HDFC is able to grow their sales as well as their profit during last 5 years. Now, if you will compare it with the same data with UTI, we saw that they have failed in growing their sales. In the same way, if you check their profit for Last to last year was 400 crore. Last year it came down to 348 crore and then 277 crore. So since last 2 years, we have seen their profit came down from 400 crore to 278 crore. So here we can see we have can't find consistent sales or we cannot see consistent profit. Why to invest in UTI? I have no answer here. Now, if we check return on equity of this both the companies, right? UTI, let us check first UTI. UTI is having total equity of 2846 crore, right? So we can say around 2900 crore equity they are having, and they are making profit of 278 crore. So here you saw that their return on equity is just around 10%, right? 10% is not extraordinary or not very good. If you compare return on equity of HDFC AMC, they are having 35% return on equity. That is 3 times better ROE than UTI. Why to invest in UTI? Again, I have no answer here, right? What is the object of the offer? The object of the offer is just to take benefit of the listing, and this whole 5 shareholder would be getting good money from market. What is our object? If our object is to create huge wealth, our object can't fulfill in UTI. Our object could be fulfilled either in HDFC AMC, right? So better to go with HDFC AMC, as we can say, see, this both the companies belong to growing industry. So there is no doubt industry is going to grow. But one hand, UTI, we can't predict UTI. Why? Because their sales is not consistent, profits are not consistent. But yes, you can predict HDFC. At least after investing, you will be able to predict that what would be their sales in coming 10 years, what would be their profit, how much dividend you can earn, what could be the price. You could be correct if you will predict the predictables. But if you will try to predict the unpredictable company like UTI, we may go right, yeah, but we may go wrong also, right? So just let us invest in HDFC AMC, that's a better company, and avoid UTI mutual fund IPO. India is a growing economy, and during last 6 years, we have seen India have grown by more than 7%. I agree that this year, due to this pandemic, India's economy is bound to fall by 5%. But next year, India is going to give a V-shaped recovery of around 8.5% bounce. We should not forget this thing. And even in coming 5-6 years, we are going to get growth more than 5%. We can say that yeah, India is going to outperform all other major economies. GDP per capita of India have grown by 7% CAGR during last 5 years. In coming 5 years, India is expected to grow its GDP per capita by 10% CAGR. So now we should think that if our individual income is going to grow, people are going to save more. Where they are going to save? Definitely mutual funds are going to rise their market share. Definitely it's a good story for India. Real GDP is going to grow very well in coming time. Inflation is controlled, no need to worry there. 10-year government security is around 6.5%, so people could invest in equity related product. CAD to GDP is favorable on back of low commodity prices. Right? So everything gonna fine, and we are going to see huge recovery in our economy. We saw several fiscal and monetary policies during last few years. Structural reform like financial inclusion. Yeah, we have seen maximum financial inclusion during last few years in India. Goods and service tax implemented. Affordable housing, a boom. Insolvency and bankruptcy code, IBC code. Yeah, these all things if we do together along with that corporate tax reform, yes, these all things have laid a foundation for a huge rally to come. You can say that, yeah, GDP per capita is going to grow, household savings are going to rise, gross domestic saving right now. We know that India is already good in gross domestic saving rate. World average is around 25%. Yeah, you can say that India is a lower income country, yet India saves better than whole world. India's gross domestic saving rate is 30%, right? Which is going to improve more in coming time. Household savings growth we are going to see will be around 8% CAGR. So definitely huge savings are going to come, and share of saving in physical assets was around 10% in 2014, which have come lower to 4%. So the share of saving in physical assets is coming down, and share in equity, mutual funds, these all things are increasing. Yes, capital markets to remain an attractive part of financial savings. Who will benefit from this boom? AMC companies. You can see average AUM for the last quarter of the fiscal, as you can see, yes, it has grown from 7 trillion in 2010 to 27 trillion just last year. 13% CAGR growth. Number of fund houses, which were around 38 10 years back, are around 41 currently. Monthly, there were around 3,000 crore SIP. Monthly, 4 years back. Today, we are having around 8,000 crore SIP monthly. Huge investment, huge inflow is coming. Definitely. Still, just 7% of the investment of financial are going to mutual fund. We are going to increase this figure. Overview of competitive landscape. If you compare all the companies mutual fund QAAUM, then SBI mutual fund is number 1. Number 2 is HDFC mutual fund. Number 3 is ICICI, and UTI is around 7th number. Right? So better to go with HDFC or SBI. Right? These both are having good AUM and better profit making and consistent companies. We compare it with their market share, SBI, as we discussed, SBI, HDFC, ICICI. All these three are having market share of around 13-14%. So they all are doing wonderful. Then Aditya Birla, Nippon, Kotak, they are having around 7 to 8% market cap, and UTI and Axis are having around 5% market share. As discussed previously also, that the AUM, which was around 12 trillion in 2015, have already reached 27 trillion. So growth of 18% we have seen. In coming 4 years also, we are going to see around 18% growth. Today's 27 trillion AUM is going to reach 52 trillion AUM. You can see that during last 5 years, revenue and profits have grown by around 21 and 19% respectively. In coming 5 years also, we are going to see good revenue growth of around 13-15%, and profits are also going to rise by 15 to 16%. As you can see, 2019, that is last years, revenue by total AUM, total AMC companies were 161 billion. Profits were 48 billion. That is around, we can say, 5,000 crore profits were there. We will see that in coming 5 years, this 5,000 crore profits is going to convert to more than 10,000 crore profits. Now just assume who is going to grab these whole profits or revenue. Big companies like HDFCs, SBIs, ICICI, these are going to have a better market share. Why we are so much positive on AMC? So number one thing is population. India is the second most populated country in the world. कौन लेगा? लोग होंगे तो लेंगे ना mutual fund. So population do play a vital role. Right? India is second largest, most populated country in the world. Around 140 crore is our population. And population, as you can see, is growing by 1% CAGR. It is going to grow, and we may see that India may overtake China as number 1. We may be 145 crore till 2024. Age and size of working population. This is also a very important point. As you can see, 64%, 64% people in India are 15 to 59 years. That is, we can say that 64% people are productive people, working people, right? India is the youngest major economy. If you look on urbanization, India was urbanized 17% in 1950. Urbanization is going up. We are expecting that till 2025, India is going to urbanize 37.4%. Mutual fund penetration, if you look over, mutual fund was just 4% penetrated in 2002. We saw a huge growth in this penetration, and today mutual fund is around 10-11% penetrated. Still, it is too low if we compare it with other countries, right? If you compare even India with, we can't compare it with US, but if you will compare with world, then world is right now 63% penetrated. India is just 12% penetrated. So we may see that in coming time, many people are going to take benefit of mutual fund. Equity mutual fund percentage to GDP, if you compare it, world is having 34% equity mutual fund if we compare it with GDP. If you compare India, India is just having around 5% of AUM with GDP. Too low. So there is a huge gap to fill. And as this gap will fill, we will see small companies going more and more larger.
So what should be our action? Yes, mutual fund industry will grow. Yes, good companies are going to grow. But why to invest in this type of companies which is not able to grow its sales and profits? Avoid non-predictables and be with wealth creators like HDFC AMC. I am not going to apply for IPO, but yes, decision should be yours. Have the understanding what you are going to do with your money. So thank you so much and best of luck to everybody. Jai Hind.